Hello, it's Alan again. Um, some of you have asked about how coming out as trans and transitioning might affect my work or how I'm dealing with coming out at work. So I wanted to address that in case it would be helpful or interesting for anybody. So I teach English. Oh my, a rat is just running on my balcony. Oh my god, that's gross. In broad daylight. Whoa! I've never seen that. That's strange. Wow. So sorry for that interlude. Anyway, getting back to the subject. Yeah, so I teach English composition at the college level at community college, which is smaller than universities. And this fall will be working part-time at two colleges, sort of cobbling together a full-time load. So in general, I feel pretty good about coming out as trans at work. I mean, I have to actually come out because I've been, at work for the last, number of years, ever since I've been there, people have been calling me Allison and she, both my colleagues and students. So now I have to come out in order to tell them, please call me Alan now, please call me he, please refer to me that way in front of students, etc. So I have to explain that. So that's the deal. So just slightly less than a week ago, I came out to everybody that I know at one of my colleges. I haven't gotten around to doing that with the other one yet, but I will probably this week. So what I did was I I emailed my department chair and just explained my situation as briefly and professionally as I could. And I can read you guys that email in case that would help anybody. So then after I emailed her, then I sent out just a big group email to all my colleagues that I know. Like everybody that I think would know my name or recognize me. Like there are some people in my department that I actually haven't met yet, so I didn't send it to them because I'll be meeting them for the first time as Alan in the fall or whenever else. So, so I came out by sending those emails because I'm on summer vacation right now, so I'm not really seeing anybody from work in person. And it went really well. My boss, the department chair, was very supportive. She was like, let me know if I can do anything to help you. And she said something along the lines that she was excited for me. So that was really nice. So I feel very supported. And then my other colleagues that I emailed were also really nice. And I got a lot of positive email responses. I emailed like 30 some people, and I got maybe around 10 or 15 email responses so far. They're all positive. Some of them are really, really nice and congratulatory and, saying things like, I'm so glad to work with somebody like you who is not afraid to really be themselves, that kind of thing. So it has felt really good and really validating. I feel really thankful that I work with some really cool people. And I know that there's a small number of more conservative people who may not really be into me being trans, but the people who are supportive have such a strong voice and sent their emails to reply to all, so everybody has seen these supportive emails. So I think that the people who are not supportive are not going to say anything or do anything because they know that they're outnumbered and that other people would think that it's not cool if they're not supportive. So yeah, I'm thankful for that situation. And I've also been working on changing my name, at least at that school thus far. Not legally, because I haven't even had the time or energy to look into legal name change, although I want to do that sometime soon. But I am able to change my first name in some things at school. Like, I've already changed my official school email address at that first school, and that wasn't too hard, so that's good. And I was able to change my name on the website for like the online course management website. That was really easy. Um, so yeah, my legal name may still show up on the schedule of classes, which is a bit awkward, but it's like, obviously a ton of people already know I'm trans, so it's not like I'm going to be able to hide it, and I'm okay with people knowing, so whatever. I think I'll be okay because I have a lot of support at the school. And well, let's see. Maybe before I talk about the like how I'm going to deal with students, maybe I'll read you some of the email that I sent to my boss. Or wait, no. This is the one that I've sent to all my colleagues, just in case anybody wants to sort of copy it. Okay, I may also paste it in the description box in case that's helpful. So I wrote, I hope you're enjoying your summer and getting some sunshine. I just wanted to let you know about an upcoming change for me. The main change, as far as work is concerned, is that I'll be changing my name. This is because I'm coming out as transgender. This feels a little cheesy, but how else can you say it? Another part of this change is that I've been taking testosterone for 2 weeks now, 3 at this particular moment, and will be continuing to take it indefinitely. This, of course, will make me look and sound male over time. It's pretty gradual. I'm really excited about going through this transition as I already feel more fully myself, more confident and happier. I wanted to sort of put a positive spin on it to sort of give them some guidance in their reactions, I guess. So, work-wise, this means that I need everybody to call me he instead of she, and to call me by my new name, Alan, instead of Allison. My last name will still be the same. My college email address and other official records will still list me as Allison for some time to come, since these things take time and many steps to change. But regardless, I ask that you call me Alan from now on. Thank you. My plan is to present as male to students in the fall, so I'll simply be Alan, Professor, my last name, or Mr., my last name, to my students. I request that colleagues refer to me accordingly to prevent students' confusion and to aid my stress levels as well as my safety. Now, I realize that some students may find out that I'm transgender, especially since I'm teaching like the course that comes after the one that I taught recently in the sequence. So, I may have some of my previous students in the class. My plan is to email such students before classes start and briefly and simply explain my situation and ask them to call me by my new name. At the end of this email, I'm including some resources and information about what it means to be transgender and what gender transition is like for FTM, female to male, trans people, just in case you're curious about this and are interested in learning a little more. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please feel free to let me know, even if it's just stuff you're curious about. I'm happy to talk more about this anytime. I enjoy talking about gender transition and appreciate chances to answer questions, because I'd prefer that people possess understanding instead of confusion, and because I feel excited about transitioning and want others to know that it is a happy time for me. Thank you for reading. Yeah. So then at the end, I listed a short pamphlet, PDF, file from the American Psychological Association that I think is actually really good for these kinds of purposes, like for educating people that you're coming out to. So hopefully I will remember to put a link to that pamphlet in the description box to the video. I also listed those 2 books that I talked about in my book review video. Yeah. So, there you go. So I guess from that, well, one thing I wanted to mention, so I told them that they could ask me questions, but they haven't really. Um, Maybe because they're just really conscious of like professional boundaries or something. I don't know. So it seems like if your colleagues are professional, you can tell them that they can ask questions and maybe they will, but I don't think you really need to like fear that they're going to ask you about like your genitals or something right off the bat because no, people I think would not do that in a professional situation. Anyway, so from that email that I read, you could get some sense of how I'm planning on dealing with students. So, yeah, there's quite a likelihood that I'll have some repeat students in the fall. So, it could be a bit awkward, but I think it'll be alright in the long run. Because, I mean, what are they gonna do to me, really? Um, in a place where the culture tends to be kind of liberal and supportive of diversity. I mean, I'm gonna, like, watch my back, I guess, but I feel fine about it so far in general. Um, well, one of my colleagues emailed me back and mentioned that she had a transgender student in a class recently and that the other students were really good about it and supportive of the student, so that's a good sign. Um, yeah, so the summary here is that I'm gonna have to be doing some coming out to probably additional people at work as well as some students, but I think I can get through it because I have a lot of support. So, yeah, I mean, like, I've taught for like 6 years or so looking just like this, with students calling me she. So, I've never had any negative anything from students, at least not that's in front of my face that I have noticed. So, like, if they treat me well as like a really sort of butch, really unconventional looking woman, I feel like it's likely that they would treat me well looking the same and just having a different name, you know? Um, so, let's see. Oh, yeah, I should have mentioned this earlier probably, but I live in California, kind of near San Francisco and San Jose, so, you know, it's a pretty good environment in general. Not 100%, but in general, it's a good environment for being trans. Um, And, oh yeah, I guess I could say a word about restrooms at work, because people might be wondering about that. So, I feel thankful in that there are a couple of single occupancy unisex restrooms at both of my workplaces. Well, I guess at the other college there's really only one, but anyway. So, for a long time now, I've pretty much only been using the single occupancy unisex restrooms. So, I'll probably continue that and I'll feel things out as work continues in the fall, and I might I might use the single occupancy men's staff restroom. Yeah, but I'm not too nervous because there are those unisex restrooms, which I wish more places had for my sake and for other people's sake. I'm glad that they seem a bit more common in newer buildings. Um, So, I think that's really all that I was gonna say. Um, yeah, well, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching. Bye.